Every day is a lesson to learn and grow and become a better human being. And that's really like my motto for the life. Be thankful for the trials and tribulations, because without the trials and tribulations, you would not have the revelations to get you to the destination that you desire. Amen. All right. So you lost your mojo. You lost your mojo, man. Let me go in and add the people to the Twitter machine. Talking to the people. Road closed? Why is the road closed? So you lost your mojo. Let me tell you something, young man. Something that's your mojo is everything. See, people talk about that you gotta push through and focus and all that. No. Sometimes your mojo just ain't there, man. And as a man, your mojo is that internal feeling you got to keep things going the way you like it. Like when your mojo, it's like playing basketball. Sometimes you're just hot. You're just fucking hot. You're just on a streak. You're just banging. You can't miss nothing. You can't miss a mother bleeping thing. And when you find yourself in a slump, what happens when you find yourself in a slump is like you try to force it. You try to force the game to come to you, and that's not how it works. The game don't work like that. And I'm talking about the game. I'm talking about the game of life. And the game of life is getting what you want out of life by doing good, productive activities. You don't want to do bad activities, because bad activities, they come with bad karma and shit comes back at you. But you, as a man, you got your mojo. And your mojo, like I said, it's everything. It's like when you're just flowing. Everything's coming to you just smooth. You're just taking a breezy walk. You can say what's up to a girl, a lady. She looks at you, you give her a look. You just know what to say. You know what to do. You're in a flow state. And that flow state is crucial. Because when you lose the flow, you really can't go. And then when you can't go, it's hard to know what up and down, what might be the flow. I'm a rapper. But that flow state, when you lose your mojo, you got to figure out how to get it back. And you don't get it back by trying to force it back and try to do things like you always do. It doesn't work that way. Like, it comes to ebbs and flows. You got to ride that valley out. And like recently, I lost a little bit of my mojo. I lost a bit of it. I went through a little bit of a tizzy. I love saying tizzy. And I was trying to get back into like the rhythm of things. This is what happens a lot of times when guys lose a girl, or a girl leaves them, or they lose a job or some shit like that. Whenever something like kind of changes you out of your natural rhythm that you were picking up on and getting used to, you lose your mojo. That's all the mojo is, just a rhythm to how you're moving and operating in life. So what I've been trying to figure out is like, fuck, for like a week and a half, 2 weeks almost, my mojo just been off. Just been, I can't get it going. Can't get it going. So I go out yesterday to Dallas to go do some photo shoot thing. And I'm there. I'm driving. It's about a 3-hour drive from Austin to Dallas. And I'm driving. I'm thinking, contemplating. Because when I lose the mojo, when I'm not feeling up to me, I love to just get away on a drive, go on a run, do something that forces me to move and makes me have to like just take away my thinking. Because a lot of time a man will think himself into a deeper mojo disruption. You gotta get to thoughtlessness. And so when your mojo, like a big reason that we lose our mojo when like a girl leaves or like something like disruptive happens is that you had a flow state. You had a useful thing that you were operating on, and then out of nowhere it just fucking goes soup, and it fucking disappears. Now you're out of flux. Like the balance of how you're moving in life is kind of thrown off. Like if you're used to walking around with like a 10, 20 pound bag, and then all of a sudden you get a 40 pound bag, or you take off the 40 pound bag and you have nothing on you. It's like you got to get used to that new balance. You're not used to what you've been moving like. You have to adapt to the off balance. And the best way to get back on balance is to just be moving. Move around a little bit. Walk. Take a talk. Do some shit that makes you have to get out of your own head. And so when I was on, I had a 3-hour drive. And what I love about driving, especially long distances, is that you have to drive. I know that sounds retarded, but trust me, you have to drive. You have to, what's the word? Focus for a prolonged period of time in absence of nothing. You can't like divert your attention, get away from things. A lot of times you'll sit there on your phone, like you're in a bad funk, just sit there on your phone, just keep scrolling. You're doing something. You're not getting away. You're distracting yourself, and you're doing something. And what I love about the drive is the drive allows me just to move, and I have to sit there in my own thoughts, but do something passively. So how can I call it? You're passively thinking. And what you find out when you start passively thinking, it's like it's easier to operate because you're thinking just about the stuff that you have to think about. Like I focus on the road, my interest is the road, looking at this car going here. In the back of my mind, I'm like forgetting about the future. I'm focusing on the now, what I have to take care of doing now. When I got done with that drive, after I spent about 6 hours on the road yesterday, upon finishing that drive, I was like, took a breath, got home. I was like, okay, I know what I need to do to get my flow back. I got to get back to the basics. So I go to my handy dandy whiteboard of knowledge and education and truth, and I just start writing out, okay, here's what your concerns are. This is what you're having blah, blah, blah issues and thinking about. Here's the solution to these things. So forth, and so forth. Oh, that's pretty easy. That's not an overly difficult thing. I'm all right. I really don't have anything to worry about. What am I thinking about? What am I struggling about? I don't have anything to struggle about. That's all in my head. I'm making up situations and stressing myself about shit that's not. And like Bill Burr has a wonderful quote where he says, man, what's the point of thinking about things that are going bad? Like, if it's going to be bad, it's going to be bad. But why not just be, while I'm here and having a good time and surviving and doing what I need to do, let me be okay now. I'm okay now. And then when it comes bad, I'll go ahead and let it get bad. But there's no need to stress myself about something that's not here now. And that might not even be here in the future. And what you realize why your mojo's all fucked up is because you're thinking too far into the future. You're thinking too far about things that don't need to be thought about and don't have any concerns of today. Focus on what you're doing now. And when I got home, I was able to rip off 2 YouTube videos back to back, 20 minutes apiece, easy, flowing. One of them picked up about 300 views. The other one got, I don't know what the other one's doing, but it's going to do some numbers in the future. Did another one this morning, 16 minutes, flowing. And I realized, I just got to get back to me, get back to doing what I do. And that's the same thing you realize as a man. To get your mojo back, it's a baby step. The first thing is just clearing your mind. Do something simple, just something productive, something simple. I was having a lot of unproductive days. When I say unproductive days, I don't mean like I'm just in the house not doing shit. Like unproductive days for me where I'm not getting all my workout in, I'm not running, I'm not reading, I'm not writing, I'm not filming YouTube content. I'm just mounting TVs and going about life. I'm not doing what I need to have done to be able to be successful. And I realized, okay, I'm doing the baseline what I need to do to be successful, but I got more time to spend on me, so let's spend it better. And then I started thinking, okay, how do I spend my time better? Well, you already got the blueprint. You made it out for yourself fucking years ago. Record content, work out, study, read, write, play piano, and keep on moving. Did just that, got my flow back. And that's what you got to understand, young man. Your flow's going to come here and there. It's gonna, your mojo's going to leave. It's going to dissipate. It's going to get the fuck out of here. But what you got to remember is, it's a temporary. Get back to the basics. Like Tiger Woods never got his mojo back. Tiger Woods been fucked up ever since that cheating scandal. Tiger Woods was having all types of threesomes and all types of crazy things with diner women and all types of wild stuff that he was doing. And he was having a good balance to it. But as soon as he got caught, It wasn't that he got caught that fucked him up. It was that he could not continue moving and doing the way he was grooving to be able to have that same mojo and balance. And it goes back to my video before about fate and opportunities, where you got to have a lot of opportunities. Do a lot of couple. I'm not gonna say over plethora, but you want to do a lot of different things. So you're not too heavily invested in one thing. So when you do bad at that one thing, it doesn't just fucking cripple you for the rest of the day. You want to have a couple different things that you're interested in, that you play around with, that you feel yourself getting better with. Because it's like food. It's like eating. You're feeding your soul. If all you do is eat pizza every day, you're not going to enjoy pizza. If all you do is eat hamburgers every day, you're not going to enjoy hamburgers. If all you do is eat sushi every day, you're not going to enjoy sushi. You got to diversify your portfolio of life. Diversify your experiences of life. The more you diversify it, the more rich and the more you take in, and the less you're thinking about that particular experience in life. You just embrace it as that experience. You embrace it as like, man, this is a fun, good thing that I did today. I was happy about this. I don't know when I'm going to do it again, but I enjoyed myself. And that's how you get your mojo back. You got to have a staple of things that you're working at. See, so often guys lose their mojo because they only focus on one thing, and then when that one thing starts going haywire, and it goes a little bit off balance, they can't. It's like the Beyblades. If you guys remember Beyblades, or like a centrifuge. The centrifuge has to have, like, the faster you're moving in life. Like, and this is to my high optimizers, my what you call it? I guess you would say my high achieving men. Like, if you're a low achieving man, then shit, you don't really have to worry about a mojo because you never had nothing to begin with. Because you're not trying to shoot for the stars. But for my high achieving men, the ones who are moving through life like rapidly, you guys are moving, doing shit. If you put all your focus on one thing and that one thing goes out, it throws off the fucking teeter tot, and it starts wobbling, and then it just falls off the wagon. And then you gotta figure out, okay, how do I get the wheel back on the fucking spool so I can get back to spinning again? And that takes time. But if you got a bunch of different test tubes, like if somebody only has 2 test tubes, if one of those test tubes breaks or something happens to that test tube where it goes missing, the whole thing is off balance. But if you got 6 of them or so, and they're all kind of evenly dispersed, even if you lose one, it doesn't take off the full spool. You can still move. You still got some spinning to it. And then you have an easier time to be able to get that spool, put it back on, or get that test tube, put it back into the centrifuge, and you don't lose the momentum. And that's really what the mojo is about. It's just figuring out how not to lose your momentum. And that's what I was thinking about today, man. I was happy. I was a happy man, happy camper today. Got some work done already. Got another gig I gotta go knock out. Gonna go back home and record again. And just accepting and grinding and enjoying the freedom that we get afforded in this great nation. Because not everybody has it. You're lucky you even have the ability to be able to diversify and do so many things. A lot of nations, you don't get that ability. We're very spoiled here in America. For as bad as America is and how many like things are kind of messed up, this is the greatest place to ever be. Well, maybe I'm what the hell? We got a car accident? What the fuck going on here? But yeah, your mojo, man. You can get the mojo back. The mojo ain't hard to get back. It just takes a little bit of time. You gotta get the spool back on the wheel, get it spinning, and you'll be enjoying life again.